you loud in my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a one-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it, maybe make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be brought out by the veteran in his 16th season now from Harvard, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And Dwayne Allen on the grab. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 4 catches, 83 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
I remember when Laramie Tunsil was coming out of Mississippi and I was evaluating him for the draft in 2016. I ended up writing down a description that I tended to like, and I'm going to use it here now. He's got feet like a receiver. He's got a body like an offensive lineman and hands like a boxer. Put it all together, you got a heck of an offensive lineman.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Dalton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense is... And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a draw play with Drake. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Cincinnati. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it.
And he's going to be taken down to the end zone. Fitzpatrick sacked, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 58 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And it's player spotlight time, and we shine that spotlight on Ryan Fitzpatrick. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Holding offense.
Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
On second down, it's Drake. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 4.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And Wilson has it. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. A give running right, Drake. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Fitzpatrick over the middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Fitzpatrick, and he hits Drake. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Andy Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
False start, offense.
That's Jonah Williams, the 11th overall pick back in April. He was actually the first lineman taken. He's the guilty party. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And there is a flag, so a big second down pickup, but will it hold?
Offense.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
On second down now, Bernard. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he held on to it too long, a coverage sack, down he goes. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything, nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He goes underneath to Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Allen's got it, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. They'll run with Drake. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kenyan Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyan Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. So the drive there took 6 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hard to believe, but the regular season starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go past the 20 and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I think if you polled defensive backs they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will get him one closer.
Dolphins 10.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Fitzpatrick's pass intended for Kenyan Drake. Incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dalton here from the gun. He's got Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mixon with a first down carry and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 2nd and 7, Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Drake Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Dolphins on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw it. It's complete to Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running, it's Drake.
Kenyan Drake on the carry.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Back to Mixon on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Offense.
Dalton throwing on second down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now let's talk about Kenyan Drake. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the gun on third down, Fitzpatrick, open man, it's Allen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35 on second down, Fitzpatrick. That's Stills bringing it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. On first down, Drake. Tackle by Jordan Willis. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Fitzpatrick on first down. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Andy Dalton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And that's complete. It's Green here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Passing, it's Dalton, finding Green complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
A gain of 16 yards.
Andy Dalton now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing. Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff...
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? On 2nd down now, Bernard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that.
And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
And the Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
Play
line.
action now. Fitzpatrick. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Fitzpatrick's pass.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Dalton. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Returnable for Grant. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Fitzpatrick. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Right back to Drake. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On the give, this is Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. So Dalton now, and the catch good, it's Eifert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run it with Balaj. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, it's Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Darquez Denard brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drake, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Carl Lawson on the tackle.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 26.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And it's caught by Parker. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
The passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance things gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score, Bengals 36.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Balaj. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Fitzpatrick now. And he hits Drake. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
2nd and 6.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He completes it to Wilson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back. preferably a takeaway.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And the Bengals first down.
First and 10 for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Dalton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And it'll be Dalton again. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. That's Stills bringing it in. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Looking sideline, incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick again. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Wilson's got it complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Joe Mixon. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.